that shooting is in NBA 2K25, and us bringing into a new season, I know I had to end up giving y'all some of the best jump shots in the game. No matter if you're on a small build, a big build, on a 7-footer, I'm gonna end up giving you guys the best jump shots, best dribble pull-ups, even the best bases that you can use in the game. No matter if you have like a 73-pointer or even all the way to a 99 3-pointer, there's gonna be a base or something in this video that's gonna be able to help you. But before we get into it, make sure y'all boys drop a like on this video, make sure y'all boys subscribe and turn on notifications. But for some of the best dribble pull-ups in the game that you can use, we're gonna start out with the starter 4 unlock. If you hit starter 4 rep, you'll be able to unlock Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up. Y'all know a lot of y'all been looking for this. Kobe Bryant dribble pull-up is still good like in NBA 2K24, the same way with Devin Booker dribble pull-up. So if you want to end up using these, you will have to hit starter 4 rep so you can end up unlocking Kobe and Devin Booker dribble pull-up. For the rest of these dribble pull-ups, you do not have to be starter 4. As of normal 2 dribble pull-up, you can use this on any build, no matter if you're 7 foot, 6'10", 6'5", 6'2", 5'9", you can use this on any build. But the one that's used a lot is the actual Pro 2 dribble pull-up for builds that's under 6'10". This is maybe one of the most used dribble pull-ups in the game. Then we have Kevin Durant dribble pull-up. I prefer using this on bigger builds like my 6'10s and things like that, because most of the animations you get is between you use normal 2 Kevin Durant, or you can end up using Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki dribble pull-up is actually nice, just like it was last year. He does have 2 extra additional animations that you can end up pulling off. And since I just gave you the best dribble pull-ups in the game to use, now it's time to give you the best bases that you can use on a 5'9" all the way to 6'4 guard. Now, for all my guards out there, y'all should all know that Cam Thomas jump shot is literally the #1 jump shot in the game. Hands down, no matter if you starter 4, no matter if you're a rookie 5, hey, Cam Thomas is that jump shot that you would want to have to end up using. Then you have Patty Mills. Now, Patty Mills is a starter 4 jump shot base. Now, if you do not have starter 4, you cannot unlock this. But another starter 4 base is Kevin Porter Jr., aka KPJ. Another one that a lot of people like using over Patty Mills. But hey, it's all about preference. Then a base that can be a hit or miss for you is Curry. Now, Curry, a lot of people mess with it, some people don't. I can shoot it decently, but I would still prefer Cam Thomas over Stephen Curry if that was the option. Then we have Allen Iverson jump shot. Now, Allen Iverson is just like Jarrett Culver or T-Mac, and they look exactly the same. Then you got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is a good jump shot. It's a little bit slower than most of the other jump shots I showed you, but it's very good to shoot with. Then we have Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is maybe one of my slept-on bases in the game that's somewhat similar to a KPJ without being a starter 4 on NBA 2K25. So if you can get Kyle Lowry, try it out, especially if you got a lower 3-point rating. But another one you could try out if you like JT Thor is Jacoby Walter. This base is very similar to JT Thor in NBA 2K24. If you use JT Thor, you will remember this jump shot in NBA 2K25. Then we have Kira Lewis Jr. Now, if you have a super low 3-point rating, especially being on a small guard and you don't got a high mid-range, Kira Lewis Jr., this is one that you will want to use, especially if you got like a 75 3-pointer or like a 70 3-pointer on a small guard. But then we got John Stockton. We recently added this to the list, as y'all seen the last time, just because it was a good catch and shoot jump shot. And I noticed a decent amount of people trying out that jump shot base. But for the first jump shot, we got Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas base, Darius Garland, Oscar Robertson. I did change my Cam Thomas jump shot. I've been messing around with a few things. Just know when it comes to the visual cue, it will change based on your arms and based on the height of your player. But this build is on 60-40 blend, and I've been using this on my new lockdown build, and I've been having a lot of fun. I've been using it on my regular guard, and I've been using it on my 6'4 lockdown. Now, with shooting with this, hey, catch and shoot, money. Even off the dribble, money. As long as you get the timing right and you get the visual cue that you like, I put it right in between around like push and release, but I end up putting more to the release end. This is what I used in the Kyrie Irving jump shot video as well. Then we have Kyle Lowry, Oscar Robertson, Luka Doncic, 70-30 max speed, and I got it right past push. Now, I'll say about in between push, and to let you know I do use push when it comes to my shooting settings. But if you don't like this 70-30 blend, you can try the 60-40 blend with this. But hey, it is literally a identical KPJ base. And if you don't like my secondary release, I definitely recommend you to try like a Sadiq Bey or something like that if you want to end up trying something different, or just pure Oscar if you want to try it out with Kyle Lowry base. I have a lot of fun using this, especially on different type of play styles. I definitely like trying something else other than just Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is cool, is literally the best jump shot in the game that you can use, but trying other jump shots, especially when you play on different builds, is cool as well. But I know a lot of y'all just want to be able to knock down a shot, so hey, stick what you know. If you want to use Cam Thomas, stick with Cam Thomas. Then we have Kyrie Irving, Oscar Robertson, Darius Garland. Now my visual cue is a little bit past push, just a little bit. Max speed 60-40 to let you know with Kyrie Irving, I told y'all before, it's a little bit slower of a jump shot compared to all the other jump shots I'm showing you. But if you end up messing around with a few blend-ins and you mess around with the visual cue, it can become a fast jump shot. Like, it's not super slow, but it's a slower jump shot compared to like Patty Mills, KPJ, Cam Thomas, but it's up there as one of the best jump shots in the game. But for all my guys that started for, we got Patty Mills, Oscar Robertson, Tyrese Maxey. We're gonna put it on a release or on my visual cue. My visual cue I usually do right at the R, but if you want to put it on release, you can. You can go max speed if you want to, but if you could go quick, you can use quick. Then you can use 70-30 blend. And for this, I usually mess around with it just based on like how the latency is. I can use it on release, or I can use it at where my visual cue is usually at when I shoot my shot. Or I end up upping the speed and keeping it on release just in case I want to end up doing that. But for this jump shot, hey, I got it down to a cue. Usually with Patty Mills jump shot, it take me a minute, but with this, it's just money. Even if you want to change the secondary release, you can, but I've been messing with the Tyrese Maxey secondary release on builds lately. And this is the same jump shot I even used in the Stephen Curry video. The Patty Mills, Oscar Robertson, that's literally the same jump shot. Then we got KPJ. We're using KPJ, Oscar Robertson, Colin Sexton release, on release, and then we got it on quick with 70-30 blend. Now, if you want to put it on literally very quick, that's up to you, but I prefer doing it on quick. KPJ jump shot base is a very fast base. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's a lot of fast jump shot bases. If you like fast jump shots, but also timable jump shots, KPJ is a good one, but you got to be starter 4 if you want to use KPJ and Patty Mills. So if you're someone that does not have these bases popping up on your jump shot creators between you don't have the jump shot rating or you're not the starter for the rep that you can unlock these to unlock all these animations. And a lot of people have been falling more of a favor of KPJ over Patty Mills lately, and that's very shocking to me. But for the jump shot we got right here is Kyrus Lewis Jr., Oscar Robertson, max speed. You can put it on release if you want to, or you can put it just like me. You can put it a little bit right before release, 50-50. And look, this jump shot is for people who have low 3-point ratings. Now, if you got a super low 3-pointer rating and you can barely have like a 75-3 or 74-3, this is what you're gonna end up working with, to be honest. Kyrus Lewis Jr., or this is one of those jump shots that's maybe the best for you when it comes to actually having a low 3-point rating. But the thing about it, the stability is not the best. But if you want to switch it out for Jacoby Water, I definitely would recommend that. But for my builds that's 6'5" all the way to 6'9", these are the best bases you can use for your build. We got Ray Allen. Now we had to add Ray Allen to the spreadsheet. Ray Allen base is back like it is in 2K21 next gen. Y'all remember Ray Allen base, especially last year, people was using Ray Allen as well, but we have Carmelo Anthony. Now, Carmelo Anthony did shock me because nobody was using Carmelo that much last year or 2K23, but Carmelo Anthony base is being used a lot this year, especially for people that's doing ISO or even catch and shoot. But for a jump shot that's similar to Carmelo Anthony, but a little bit faster, it's Malcolm Brogdon. Now, Malcolm Brogdon, I always used it in NBA 2K24, and it still works, but this one doesn't have a sway forward actual jump shot. Now, if you like up and down, use Malcolm Brogdon. Then we have Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, if you're more of a catch and shoot type of player, use Kobe Bryant. I wouldn't prefer you to use this off the ISO. It does end up pulling up very slow. Then we have the most used jump shot in NBA 2K25 when it comes to these bigger builds, Jared Culver. If you're not using Jared Culver, it's literally the T-Mac. It's literally the most overpowered jump shot you can use. Shoot over people, especially if you're like a 6'6", 6'7", even a 6'8". You're literally shooting over defenders like it's 2K24 all over again, no matter what. And for a base that's similar to Kobe, you can use Gordon Hayward. Now, Gordon Hayward is a little bit faster than Kobe, so it's more easy to pull off when it ISO or even catch and shoot. But yeah, I definitely recommend you use this over Kobe, but Kobe seems like it has a bigger green window since it is a little bit slower than Gordon Hayward. Then we got Matt Ryan. Now this jump shot, everybody on the community is literally on this right now. Matt Ryan is one of those bases that's literally nasty. Like, this is maybe one of the best bases, catch and shoot, ISO, definitely a top 3 jump shot when it comes to the 6'6" build. I definitely recommend it, especially if you got a decent 3-point rating, nothing even too high. All you really need is an 82 3-pointer to even use it. For the next base, we got MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., Mr. Never Swing the Rock. This man base is actually up there. This is mostly used for 6'10s, but if you got a 6'5", 6'9", 6'8", and you want to try a good base, use this. But you have to have a high 3-point rating or high mid-range rating to use this. I think you need at least an 88 or 89 to unlock MPJ, but you definitely will want to try this out if you can unlock it. But I got a few more bases that y'all can end up using. Now, Jordan Nwora is one of those bases that's super fast. It's just like the Gordon Hayward, but it's a little bit faster. I definitely recommend you use release when using this base, no matter what. And if you're someone having a problem with shooting, I definitely recommend you use J.R. Smith. It's a very easy timable base that you can use. Like, the visual cue for J.R. Smith is very easy. Once you put a few releases together and practice on your timing, you'll be able to knock down shots, especially if you're more of a catch and shoot type of player. Then we got Jalen Tyson. ISO, pick and pop, on a pop, catch and shoot. I'm telling you this now, Jalen Tyson's up there. It's definitely one of my top 3 bases in the game. Now, when it comes to the bases, I'm gonna end up giving you some of the best jump shots to use from 6'5" all the way to 6'9". Now, the first one is that J.R. Smith base. Now, we're gonna have our visual cue a little bit past push, not too much. Then you got your actual speed on quick, not very quick. If you do very quick, I'm gonna let you know. It's gonna be very fast, but even if you like the rhythm shoot, you can rhythm shoot with this jump shot as well, since it's not too fast. And the blending is 15 Oscar Robertson and then 85 Luka Doncic. Now, if you do want to change the secondary release, it's no problem with that. Or if you feel like it's a little bit too slow for you, hey man, you can change it if you want to. Just make it to your preference. That's the literally setup that I would recommend. But for the next jump shot, we got Matt Ryan, Troy Brown, Kyle Korver. Now, this jump shot is on push, slightly past push. You can put a little bit past, a little bit more push, but you can have it on max speed. If you do want to go quick, you end up having to make this jump shot a little bit different when it comes to the blended, but we're going 33-67 on the blend. Now, this is that jump shot. If you want to be ISO, if you want to be catch and shoot, the visual cue on this jump shot is nice. I'm gonna be honest. I use this base a few times in a rec, but also I see a lot of Pro-Am players use this Jalen Tyson base, and I'm gonna be honest. Jalen Tyson out the corner, Jalen Tyson off the wing, it's money everywhere, especially if you know how to get open on the ISO. You're going to be able to get a bucket consistently. But then we got MPJ, Oscar Robertson, Luka Doncic. You can change the secondary release if you want to. Now, when it comes to the visual cue, that's based on your player, because I am on a 6'7", or if you're on a 6'7", 6'6", different wingspan, that does counter. But you have to change your visual cue if you want to. Back speed, 35-65. If you want to change that secondary release, again, like I said, you can. It's a pretty smooth jump shot. I definitely would say it does pull you forward, but I definitely use it if you got a high mid-range. Like I told you, you need at least like an 88 or 89 mid-range or 3-point rating to unlock MPJ when it comes to this base. Now, with this jump shot, you can do off the dribbles, you can do step backs, you can dribble with it, but I definitely see a lot of potential when it comes to actual catch and shoots. Now, if you're a catch and shoot player, this is gonna be perfect for you, but even off the dribble, it got some potential. Then for the next jump shot, this is one I use on a consistent basis. I'm using Jarrett Culver, Oscar Robertson, Kyle Korver. You can change the secondary release, and you can also change the blend. You don't have to go 60-40 like me. You can go 70-30 or 80-20. Those would be the other 2 options I would tell y'all to try out. 70-30 or 80-20, and then mess with the visual cue just a little bit, because once you end up messing with that blending, you gotta adjust it just a bit. But right now, I'm shooting on the 6'7" right now. I'm using a 6'7", and this is what I'm gonna be using. Then you got Jarrett Culver, Oscar Robertson, Troy Brown. Very similar max speed, but 70-30 blend. Now with this one, I use this sometimes here and there, but hey, between those, there's nothing really too different, to be honest. Other than the visual cue on a release, that's the only thing that's really gonna be different. But for my big builds, my 6'10s all the way to 7'3", the best bases in the game that you can use, you gotta end up trying out that Chris Bosh base. If you never tried it out, make sure y'all boys go try out Chris Bosh. But if you have a low 3-point rating or a low mid-range rating, Andre Drummond is one of those bases that I would recommend. Then we got the most used actual base for the bigger builds, Jonathan Isaac, top 1. I'm gonna be honest, Jonathan Isaac is the top 1 base that you will want to use, especially if you can unlock Jonathan Isaac, use it. Then we got Lamar Odom. This is another slept one on. If you got a low 3-point rating as well, or a low mid-range rating, I definitely recommend you to use Lamar Odom. But then you have David Robinson. David Robinson is usually my favorite, but I think I fell to the wave of staying with the Jonathan Isaac. So, hey, y'all know I used to preach so much for David Robinson, but that Jonathan Isaac got me in a chokehold right now. Then we got Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr. is a cool one to use as well with PJ Washington. Use a few more bases that you can use, like Isaiah Colliner, people like that. Then you got Dwayne Dedman. There's a few more bases that you can mess with. And then also the new base from last time, the Missy base. Missy base is literally that set shot 25 from NBA 2K22 and an Isaac Bonga combination. If you want a super fast jump shot, use that. And then we got the MPJ. This is what I recommend for anybody that got a high mid-range build, or they're like a stretch big. use MPJ base or you use Jonathan Isaac. I definitely recommend those as the top 2 bases to use when it comes to using the taller builds and you want to shoot very consistent with. And for my tall builds, I made sure to have a decent variety of jump shots for y'all, especially with low 3-pointer, high 3-point rating, and even you in the middle. But this one right here, Jabari Smith Jr., Charles Bassey, then Jaren Jackson Jr., 40-60. You can end up trying this on max speed, and I do have this jump shot on release. I'm gonna be honest, you make sure you try out the Charles Bassey actual release on multiple jump shots. Charles Bassey release is maybe one of my favorite releases on big builds, but for this one right here, it's catch and shoot. Catch and shoot, I like it off the catch and shoot. Off the dribble is cool as well, but mostly catch and shoot for the bigger builds like the 7-footers, the 7'1". Even if you want one of those builds that can create their own shot, it's not as bad, but I prefer this more catch and shoot wise because it does get slow at points. Then we have Jonathan Isaac, MPJ, Bobby Portis. Then we have it on push, slightly past push, but you can tweak that if you want to. Max speed with a 35-60 blend. Now with the 35-60 blend, you can end up changing it here and there, but I like this one catch and shoot. Jonathan Isaac can do both though. You can go catch and shoot or you can go off the dribble. Everybody should know by now that you can be very versatile by using Jonathan Isaac. It's a good clean catch and shoot jump shot. It's cool off the dribble. You don't get no crazy like animation or hesitation animation when it comes to pulling up off the dribble with a build like this, especially if you're on a 7-footer. So I would definitely recommend you use that. But we got MPJ, LaMarcus Aldridge, Baluba, aka Mike Wang. We got it 50-50. You can put it a little bit past push. This jump shot right here is clean. Earlier, I ended up giving you an MPJ jump shot that was for 6'5s to 6'9s, but the MPJ base is mostly for the bigger builds, like the 6'10s, the 7-footers. And this is literally the same as being on the 6'5, 6'9 version. The same somewhat release, it just don't got Luka Doncic, and I found some actual decent visual cues that y'all guys will end up liking, especially for a build like this, or even for a jump shot like this. Then the last one, we got the Missy jump shot, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Love, max speed on release, 60-40, which is one of the fastest jump shots, especially for a 7-footer, 6'11". This is one of the fastest jump shots and fastest releases that you're going to end up using on NBA 2K25 for any build that's 6'10 and up. And I'm just going to warn you now, it might take you a little bit of time to get the release down or try to get the actual timing down, because every green window timing is not the same on NBA 2K25. And with a jump shot that's fast as this, it's going to be a little bit harder to hit that green window, but it's still a good jump shot, especially for a build with a low 3-pointer or a low mid-range that still wants the ability to shoot. But all the jump shots I gave you for small builds, big builds, lockdowns, slashers, 7-footers, there's a lot of information in this video. Hopefully it helped y'all boys find a jump shot or find a jump shot base. But look, make sure y'all boys drop a like on this video. Make sure y'all subscribe for all the information I gave y'all. But if you still need help trying to find a jump shot, make sure you comment what you need in the comment section between me or somebody in the comment section. There's always someone down there to help. But look, it's 2 videos on the screen. Make sure you go check out these videos if you haven't yet, man.